Hello and welcome to your twin flame reading for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine and the current union energy going on between you and your twin flame. And this is a special 222 portal edition because it is the second month in the year and it is the 22nd very soon. So this is for the 222 portal, twin flame portal. Twin flame portal alert. It's twin flame portal. So that's exciting, and at the same time, it's another day. Maybe it's exciting if you're into numerology, if you really like the number 2. I know 2 for me is meaningful. It's my birth card in the Destiny card system. The 2 of Hearts, the card of union. So I always like 2s, and of course they really do speak to your twin flame journey quite well. With 1 and 1 is 2, and Mercury just went direct, so Mercury is no longer retrograde, and we also just moved into Pisces season. So it's a new kind of astrological season and a lot more involved with feeling all of your feelings. So maybe you're hearing my heater, I don't know, it's making a little bit of a crackling noise. It's kind of exciting. It's the 2 fish, right? So there really is this sense of going deeply into the emotional water. So just don't be afraid of, if you thought you were doing so well healing and this and that, finding, of course, always new things, going deeper and choosing not to run away from this part of yourself, but instead choosing to love yourself. Because I will give you a tip, and you may already know if you're watching this, and you may not be sure. But the twin flame runner chaser dynamic is really just a matter of you running or chasing yourself, because your twin flame is just mirroring you to you, mirroring an upset. Because if it's something that you're picking up on, then it's being mirrored, meaning like it's in your reality, you're aware of it, it's causing you to go somewhere within your consciousness about it. It's perhaps triggering you if it's something that you don't like, or amplifying, a good feeling if it's something you do like hey, I love you, twin flame, text message. Versus like, don't ever talk to me again, text message. And could be your false twin flame, or it could be that they are mirroring something to you, a place where you're not communicating with yourself. And now with Mercury going direct, it's a great time to go into your feelings even more deeply, with a little more forward moving momentum, take care of some things, actions along the way that come up in your reality, and feel through all those feelings. And so, with that being said, I just keep on looking at this Palo Santo over here, and I don't usually do this. Like, I think I've done it a couple times, but I'm just gonna light the Palo Santo again. It's so much fun. Do a little 2-2-2 cleansing moment here, with a nice garden rose, all of that stuff. So there you go. Maybe if you want to do it too, join in the fun yourself. So with that being done, let's move on to the cards. I have the Psychic Tarot of the Heart, for the Heart, by John Holland. And then I have a Rumi Oracle card by Alana Fairchild. So, since I, took the candle off, let's just go with the middle card first. Like saving the best for last is nice. Sometimes it's nice to just, go for it. Beyond the Threshold of Fear. So this card is like a little bit like, okay, maybe not like one of the most capturing images in the deck, but it does capture the emotion of what's going on here very well, and really like a great lead into Pisces season and those themes I was talking about. Of course, like my Mars is in Pisces, so like for me it's like, oh, kind of go straight into my emotions, and yeah, Mars is like is action oriented and passion, like where your passion is, your life purpose. So this is about that kind of energy, though. This is about like moving beyond the threshold of fear. So it's safe to sense where you're fearful, and you may have extra awareness of that right now at this time. And this is something that's really important for your union, for deepening harmony within your union, for vibrating into that place where you and your twin flame continue to be in more peace together, right? And so that's like, it's a matter of accepting that is what you do desire. And so this fear might be taking you to a place where you're holding on to a pattern that is saying, if you hold on to this belief just in this place, I'll make you a deal. It's a good deal. You can't have your twin flame here with you. You can't have your whole self, but you can have something else. You can have your upset, I don't know, whatever. Ego is ridiculous, right? So it's just taking you to this place where perhaps you've either bargained or betrayed yourself, or just whatever, it doesn't matter so much what happened. It just matters that you work through it and that you release the pattern. And the only reason that it matters to know that part is as much as it would help you or help another, right? Like other than that, all you really need is the love. So you never need to hold on. And even if something is helpful to know, that doesn't necessarily mean that you pay attention to the pattern itself, because maybe it's helpful to know, but it would be more helpful to just heal more quickly and to be able to share that love with others. So it's always just good to really be present with yourself, be present with God and what God is showing you and why, because there's, this is how you get those important moments of information, those downloads that are really valuable to your journey, whether it is more just on the side of, purely healing, or if there's a little bit of an insight there, that you can somehow share with someone from an experience. And it's okay too, though, to just continue to surrender in those places and know that your own story may change, and very well probably will over time when you see the bigger picture of what's going on. And that's also safe. You don't need to hold on to, essentially ego, like telling you need to have this idea of what your story is so that you can justify doing this. Not necessarily, right? Like, you don't need to justify anything. You just need to be yourself. That's all you need to do. So that's always nice. Be yourself, love yourself, your true self. And then let's read a little bit of the card here. So we have number 25. So that's like, a quarter of 100. And that is also a moment of, working through this threshold and getting a real solid chunk piece of your foundation kind of in place because of that, is what I get from that right now. So let's look at the little Rumi poem here. It says, "Enter the lion's jungle, don't think about getting hurt. Fearful thoughts are phantoms of the mind. No one is harmed in this jungle. Everything is compassion and love. It is your fear holding you back like a bar behind the door." Ooh. Well, there you go. Rumi knows how to tell you. So I'm just going to skip around a little bit. It says, "This oracle comes with spiritual guidance for you. You have broken through a barrier, a self-imposed barrier of fear, whether it seemed to originate from within your consciousness or from an external set of circumstances that held you back from taking the steps you are now taking or just about to take. So these steps may feel strange, new, uncertain, and exciting. So it's just like, you know, a reassurance that, yeah, you know, if maybe you're a little bit shaky in this new place, so to speak, but that's okay. Like, don't, like, it's okay to have a new feeling there, you know, a feeling of peace is underlying that, so just pay attention to that. And what else did it say? Oh, the power has been claimed by your heart instead. So the power that was, you know, had gone to your fear is now claimed by your heart. And it says, so give your mind the memo. So that's nice. That's a really good reminder, especially again during Pisces season, you know, very much about feelings. Pisces season, I kind of didn't finish my word there. But anyways, it's like, you may feel something, but sometimes it does help to provide logic for yourself and to ground something. So it's safe to do that, like, when it feels appropriate to do, and just, you know, utilize logic, which you have access to a lot of the time. Sometimes there's just, it's like, I don't know what the logical thing is here, I just know what I feel, and this feels good, and this feels right, it feels like I'm being led to do this, and that's, you know, where you're at with it. And so that's good, you know. But when you can apply logic, when you can give your mind the memo, so to speak, that's really nice too, and it's a very self-compassionate thing to do, because you definitely don't want your mind leaking energy by, like, overthinking another, you know, choice you could have made, or I don't know, like, your mind, you know, could go in a lot of different directions. That's why it is good to nurture your mind and also discipline your mind, without controlling, though, because you can't, at the same time, you know, you can't control, like, oh my god, don't think about that, don't think about that. Oh, why did you think about that? I mean, I think we all have this experience. I know it happens to me sometimes. Definitely used to happen more than it happens now, but it still happens. And that's okay, but, you know, you don't attach yourself to that, and you don't attract more of that kind of pattern to you. You really just keep tending to the garden of your mind, right? So that feels good there, feels complete. I like that, though, giving the memo to your mind. And so we'll move on now to the Divine Feminine, and we have a nice, very feminine stone here. What is it called? Mangano calcite? Something like that. Light pink calcite. So, we have coming together. That's a really nice card. Very sweet, tender, loving, very positive, very heart chakra oriented. I mean, this deck is specific to heart-centered messages, you know, overall. There's a lot of them in this deck, but this one is especially really, like, well, it's also the number 2, so there you go, Divine Feminine. You have an extra little wink from the universe about this special portal energy and your twin flame union coming together. And, you know, it's safe to be positive about these things and not, like, run with it in a way that doesn't make any sense, right? Like, it's safe to look at your reality at face value for where it's at, and also recognize that things are coming together. And so even in these places where you've been facing some of your deepest fears, and this can be directly related to, you know, like being with your twin flame, maybe deeper intimacy, talking, whatever. It could also be something that's seemingly not so related to your home, related to your life purpose, pets, you know, you name it. But yeah, it's safe to see where you're actually at with whatever it is that's really you're focused on at this time, but also see that it is coming together, and, you know, put yourself all into this place where you want this momentum, this, you know, where you're expanding peace. Don't run away in the other direction and abandon yourself. So just have faith that things are coming together for you. Keep doing your spiritual work. I have lots of links below to help you with that. If you want support, then I do coaching, readings, and then there's also a lot of free resources as well to get you started. So yeah, the mirror exercise. If you don't know it, I suggest learning that. That's gonna be the most valuable spiritual tool on your twin flame journey, on your ascension journey. I do it at least every day. Basically, yeah, oftentimes much more. Sometimes it's more of a day of, okay, just processing, and that's okay too. So let's move on to the Divine Masculine. We have Seek the Truth. Looks like he's going, well, I don't know if she's a woman, but like kind of going, into the Divine Feminine or something. So seeking, this looks like the Divine Masculine is seeking the truth of how the Divine Feminine actually feels about him at this time. And so he is testing the waters. And this is number 7. Number 7 to me is just a really heavenly number. It's funny, I've heard like a few marketers say like to put 7s at the end of your your numbers, for pricing. Pricing, like, oh, shouldn't say that word, right? But I said it. There you go. So anyways, yeah, like there's something that's capturing to us though, I think, about 7s. 7-Elevens are everywhere, right? In lots of countries too. And I really am so thankful for the 7-Elevens in Taiwan when I lived there. Oh my gosh. They had some really decent snacks. That is a complete aside. I don't know. We'll move back to the card now. But yeah, so seeking the truth, and I think it is about, like connecting in those basic places of your experiences, of things like your everyday, like eating food, maintaining your home, things like that. This is what the Divine Feminine can do right now to kind of just show up for the Divine Masculine. And the Divine Masculine is seeking the truth within about how he feels, but he's also, like interested in how the Divine Feminine feels, how his twin flame feels as well. And so in some way, tapping into that in a new way that hasn't really been fully explored yet. And desiring clarity. And so it's nice to know this for both parties, because you can just accept what is going on and release perhaps some control, fear, going back to this middle card here, and know that you are moving beyond something. And this reading really shows that. So take it for what I said, and also, of course, like, always keep in mind and at heart anything that comes up for you personally with these images, cards, numbers, because it's also a personal message as well as a channeled collective message to you. That's how it's intended, and so it's nice to remember that. You can also say hi to my nice little rose from the garden. It's kind of pink and white, which I really think is cool. Just move that a little bit there. So yeah, put the candle back in the scene. I guess it was in the scene. I'll just leave it there. Cool. So that's it for this reading. I hope you enjoyed. Enjoy your 2-2. Enjoy all the 2s and the portal and all that. And if you're watching this after, just know that like this reading is still for you. And we're definitely still probably in Pisces season when you're watching it. And even if not, you're always watching something at the perfect time, getting just what you need. And so it's nice to remember that. And yeah, I already said, like I said, check out the links below. I am here to support you on your twin flame journey. Also, everything related to that, your life purpose, calling in more abundance, feeling better about your life, learning how to love yourself. Sometimes I get that question. If you want help, then I can definitely help you with that. So yeah, that's gonna do it. Hit that subscribe, and if you liked it, hit the like button. And I will smile when I see the like, so it's pretty easy to do. And I'll see you next time. Yeah, take care. Have a wonderful week ahead. Bye.